With Brad Doherty, Chris Myers, and Denny Hamlin in the 11 FedEx Card, defending champ of the Showtime Southern 500 with us. And I know I've actually got to shoot hoops with him. I know you were in North Carolina.
I've shot hoops with him before. He can shoot it.
You were in the NBA. He can play a little bit.
I hung out in the NBA a little while.
Yeah, I heard about that, right? But Denny is a very knowledgeable basketball fan, and he makes great shots, trick shots. But we thought we'd talk a little basketball and NASCAR since you were a pro in the NBA,
sure.
And he's got some jump in his game. All right, who's the Kobe Bryant of NASCAR? If you had to answer that, let you go first.
Ooh, that's tough. Kobe Bryant of NASCAR had to be Jimmy Johnson.
Okay,
I agree.
Agree?
Okay. Jimmy Johnson. Both those guys just figure out how to win in the end.
Know how to close it exactly.
Very good closers.
Okay, who's the Jimmy Johnson then of the NBA?
Isn't that the same thing?
It's the same answer. Same question. Same answer.
You're paying attention. I just want to make, if Kyle Busch played in the NBA, what player would he be most like? Either one of you have a thought?
Oh man, you know who? I think it would be Carmelo Anthony, because Carmelo Anthony is very, very talented, very good, but gets into the postseason, but just quite hasn't been able to close.
You like that one or no?
I'm gonna have to say maybe. Gosh, just older guy, Paul Pierce. He's good. He's good, but he whines a little bit.
Or maybe a little Ron Artest. All right, how about this one, Denny? Michael Jordan, one of your sponsors. I know you hang with him. More like the Intimidator or more like the King?
Oh gosh, I'm gonna say the Intimidator, because I have a feeling that, of course I was not there, but I just have a feeling the people that played against him were probably intimidated if they had to cover him or things like that. So. You should probably know, but
I think it's a good.
You've been there. You've played.
I know exactly right.
With him against
it's a mixture. I mean, if you had to guard Michael, it was intimidating. But he was also like the King, because he was able to help his team and make his team better, make everyone around him better, and he always won in the end.
All right. One thing NASCAR could learn from the NBA, what would that be?
It's tough to say. I think NASCAR does such a great job with the whole sponsorship stuff and things like that. It's tough to say,
I've got one as a car owner.
Go ahead.
Revenue sharing, which the NBA does a great job of. I think it would help with some of these NASCAR teams as well.
Okay. Toughest NBA arena, and is there a NASCAR equivalent?
Ooh.
I guess you both could probably answer that from
That's
a
tough. That's tough. Let's see. I played
the
also.
old, something like Chicago before the
Chicago
new,
Stadium
right?
was really a tough place to play, and the equivalent Chicago Stadium was probably Darlington. I mean, it was just a tough place to survive.
I tell you, one place that I went to that was extremely loud, even though it's very, very big, is the Mavericks.
That's exactly
American
right.
Airlines Arena. That place, it's tough. It's tough for any road team to kind of get a win there.
Yeah.
Or I tell you what, you could even say Portland.
That's a great place to play.
They say that's the loudest place that you can imagine.
All right, and finally, I like this. True or false, with an explanation. In the NBA, one great individual talent can carry a lesser team, or in NASCAR. Relate that for me.
The Bulls is not a lesser team, but Derrick Rose is obviously he when he needs to make plays, he can, and obviously that you see a lot of that.
And in NASCAR, can a guy? I know the car. You still have to have enough car.
I've always said that I felt like the driver was about 40% of how a team performs,
Wow.
and so the other is the team. The other 20% is your pit crew, things like that. So.
Yeah, in any sport, any professional sport, one great individual will make the difference, without question.
And you did, right, for the Cavaliers?
Yeah, once I got out of the way, they got pretty good once I quit.
And you are as well for Joe Gibbs Racing. You can catch more with Denny on our show on Inside NASCAR Wednesday nights, also on Sunday mornings on Showtime.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Johnson. You haven't really seen the race until you watch Inside NASCAR.
Inside NASCAR, all new Wednesdays at 9, 8 Central on Showtime.